Hello everyone and welcome back to Apprentice League Season 13. We are in Indonesia, Nusantara to be exact. We've got 17 laps, but first qualifying getting underway. Here, this is a very tough track. I'd imagine you will see a pole time of a low 38. I can't imagine AL getting into the sub 38s, but you never know. MW is here and he pulled off an incredible time. We've actually got a pretty good attendance. Matt, do you maybe want to unmute yourself, please, and thank you. We've got a good attendance for AL here. We've got bigger attendance than the average CL race, which is kind of mad. Is there anyone new? Flex is new. He's here. They're in P11 so far. I cannot actually find him, so we're not looking at him. Also, BK is new. I have never seen anything of them start finalising the first lap, and MW goes pole provisionally with a .2. What a time. What a lap from Mitchell. That is looking like it's going to be pole because he is 6/10 ahead of everyone else. That is kind of mad. Yeah, that's an insane time here. That's a JL pole if he can do that in JL, and probably top of CL as well, near the top of that as well. Starting lap 2, will Lexus improve? We'll imagine BK on his or her, I don't know. I'll say them for now. I don't know who they are, but starting lap 2, he is up in P4 for now, down as Siskin says a .4 and goes P2 so far, and Axis is up into P3 too. Pretty good lap from him as well. Flex is on debut here today, who is down in P12, has not had time to practice much. Also on very high ping, so we'll need to look out for that. Up at the top though, as we finalise the last lap of qualifying, MW is so far ahead of everyone on our screen. We will wait and see. Mitchell has definitely been putting in the lap times here because he's doing incredible stuff. Hits the grass though, so he won't improve. Will Siskin improve? Will Axis improve? Will Lexus improve? No, they will not. It's going to be Mitchell on pole position for the A-Pre in Nusantara. Then it's going to be Siskin in P2, Axis in P3, Lexus in P4. Majumdar returning after that win in Igora Drive in P5. Ricky Boy in P6, Sata in P7, BK in P8, Drazer P9, who's also a returning driver. Then we have got Petal P10. Mathigal in P11, Galeprad in P12, and the debutant in P13 is Flex. Well, welcome back to Nusantara. We've got MW and Paul Siskin in P2, Axis in P3. As we look to the lights, there is no more delay. They're on their way in Nusantara. MW with a great start. Axis making moves. Lexus down the inside of Axis, who goes wide on turn 1. Lexus up into P2 with a move on Majumdar. Majumdar up into P3 after he pushed Siskin right into the grass. Siskin's become a lawnmower. Majumdar up into P3. Axis pushed down. Siskin's went off the track. BK's off the track. Mathigal's off the track. Drazer's off the track. Everyone's off the track. And Flex and Galeprad at the back. Lexus and MW have already started to gap the fight for P3 as Majumdar and Ricky Bar going too wide into the S's. That is not a good idea. Majumdar backs out, kills himself, kills Axis, kills BK on debut. Siskin and Peto having a big old scrap there. They're going 4 wide into the last turn. Majumdar almost absolutely killing BK. What the hell is going on? I've got no idea. Axis onto the grass, Peto onto the grass. This is a very difficult track. This was always going to happen. Kata is up into P3. He made his debut last race. This is insane stuff from him. He's doing amazingly. Peto is in P7 after getting pushed. Lost the pack a little bit there. 2 seconds. I apologise for that. Majumdar has hit the grass. I don't think I've missed much, although what we have missed is an absolute mega gap forming between Mitchell, Lexus to Ricky Boy, who's gotten past Katas. Majumdar onto the grass into turn 1. That was not the racing line. Mathigal says someone TP'd, but he's 3 seconds back, so I can't see that at all. Oh, Galeprad going a little bit wide there. Drazer in P10, who got pushed off a little bit after a crazy move. Axis all the way down in P8 after qualifying P3. Yet again, another unlucky race, going 3 wide into the last of the hairpins. There's a lot going on here. This big pack topped by Kata, ending with Axis, who's making mistakes. He's under pressure, and he is down. Oh, what the hell was that? I do not know. But BK seemed to just stop on track there, causing Siskin into a bit of a brake check. Up at the top though, Ricky Boy is in P3 in a world of his own. 2 seconds to P4, 2 seconds to P3, and the P2 and P1 is going to be MW, Mitchell and Lexus for now. Anything can change though. Ricky Boy is somewhat catching actually, but he's also been caught by Majumdar, Kata and Peto. Siskin and BK a little bit further behind. BK is obviously going for the 2-stop though, because he's on the softs. Maybe not the choice of tires he wants to make, as he's getting round the outside of Siskin into the last turn. That was a great move from him actually. Matthew has caught the pack with that's a big TP from Flex. I wanted to... Yeah, that's number 2. If there's another one, I'm going to have to ask him to DNF, unfortunately. Gale Pratt fighting with Matthew Gale for P12. Ricky Boy has completely been caught by Majumdar now and has completely lost the top pack. Lexus has also completely lost MW. This is his race to lose now. Unfortunately, what is going on? I have no idea with these 3 at the back here. Drazzer and Axis finding himself down in P9, fighting with Drazzer now. Very unlucky race for him. Drazzer sending a move down the inside, kills Axis, almost kills himself. That is not an ideal move. Pretty dirty as he hits the grass a little bit. Axis with the slipstream now is trying to look down the outside, goes for the switchback down the outside of Drazzer. What a move that was from Axis, and they've both hit the grass. Going too wide into this very horrible section. Drazzer forces him to take a weird line. Axis is still a little bit back. That was a great switchback. Oh god, but they're going 3 wide into the hairpin. We missed that. Peto hits the grass. Siskin hits the sand. BK, they're going 3 wide into the S's. BK's dead. Peto gets sandwiched, and Siskin is now in P6. Oh, they're going 2 wide though into the last turn. BK decides to pit now. So will he go into the hards? He's gonna have to do hard 11. That is possible, to be fair. That could work. That could work out. Just didn't gain a much time on the soft as he would have wanted. Still the only person to have pit thus far. Down the back though, still Siskin and Peto who are fighting now. Peto not having a great race. He was hyped up to be pretty good, although he's been pretty unlucky so far, just not having the pace to prove what all the hype was about. BK and Mathigal are fighting here. BK will want to get past as soon as possible. Mathigal isn't one to give up, but just takes a very weird line there and loses. BK Flex in P12, Gilprad in P13. Up at the top, Mitchell's got a 5-second gap, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. 6 seconds now. I'm getting deja vu from someone called Sash here. I know that's probably just sent shivers down anyone who raced JL and AL last season. He was very annoying to race against. Ricky Boy has been caught by Kata and Majumdar. Majumdar going wide down the inside using Kata as a break. That was... kind of saved himself with that actually. Lexus has caught up, and remember, he's already pit. So is Mitchell, so is Ricky Boy. But Mitchell, where is he going to come out in comparison to Lexus? Still ahead. Yeah, this guy is kind of insane. We will see what the gap is by the end of the race. Lexus has got a 4-second gap to Siskin, who has stayed out for 9 laps on the mediums. That is about as the max as you can do without losing too much time. Ricky Boy getting past up into P3. Well, Siskin try and hold off Kata and Majumdar. That would definitely play into Ricky Boy's advantage. Kata's went on to another set of mediums. Oh yeah, that would work actually. He's just pit. I'm being stupid. Kata has gotten past Siskin, but he is not letting this position up easy. He's gone for the send. Doesn't work. Majumdar gets past and he pits. There's not a lot going on right now except this battle for P4 and the fight to catch back up to Ricky Boy to fight for the podium. Majumdar showed a lot of pace in Igora Drive, actually won the race himself and hits the grass. Ricky Boy hits the grass going into the hairpin. That has lost him a hell of a lot of time here. He's crumbling under the pressure of a podium. Mr. Crunk confirming that he can now see the cars. We had to ask him to DNF earlier, unfortunately. Up at the top, Mitchell has got a very, 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 very comfortable gap to Lexus. Almost 4 seconds, edging on 4 seconds, and it is definitely a 4-second gap to Ricky Boy, just about 5. Then it's 2 seconds to Kata, and now Majumdar as Kata goes wide. I don't know if that was a send from Majumdar. I always miss the exciting moments in these races. I'm very good at that. Majumdar with a little bit of a teleport there. Very small one though, and let's Kata back to Ricky Boy's made another mistake into the same corner, but there's a fight here. Oh, never mind, it's lapped. Mitchell has now lapped Gail Pratt and coming up to, never mind, he's 7 seconds. Alright, well that's fine. Matthew Gal in P11 catching Drazer for P10. There's not a lot going on here except Siskin and Axis fighting for P8 position. Axis down the outside, maybe into the last turn. No, he backs out of it and loses the slipstream. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to hit the grass there. That was actually a really good line from Axis there, as he's got back the slipstream and is right on the tail of Siskin. Well, he's trying to move into the hairpin. Come on, we need some exciting stuff going on. No, he backs out of that as well. There's a fight going on here between Majumdar and Kata for P4. The more they fight, the more they lose Ricky Boy. And you can see that here because there's now almost a 3-second gap by the time they start lap 13 of 17. Majumdar goes wide, hits the green stuff, and Kata is through into P4 and hits the green stuff himself with a little bit of a twitch there. Now near the back, Siskin and Axis are fighting once again for P8. Will Axis send a move? No, he backs out again. Come on, just send a move, Axis, already. We want some excitement here, and there's not a lot going on right now, and Axis has lost Siskin. Gilpred is now being lapped by Lexus, who has had a pretty damn good race, but a pretty lonely race after lap 1. In P2, Ricky Boy, very much the same after lap 1, has pretty much been a world of his own in P3 position. Kata in P4, followed by Majumdar. It is looking like this is a fight for 4th now with 3 laps to go. It's looking very, very unlikely unless Ricky has a horror show. Kata, hits the grass. Majumdar hits the grass a little bit, caught up a little bit there, but it is not quite worked. And then it is BK on debut, who is actually caught up to Majumdar and Kata. That could be a cool fight for P4 at the end if they can continue. Oh my god, this is hard to commentate on. Majumdar, no, tries to grass cut to get the inside and hits the grass. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? No. Then it is Axis and Siskin still battling. Axis yet to send a move on Siskin that he doesn't back out of, and he's not going to do it into turn. The last turn, will he do it into turn 1? Yes, he will. He gets the move before we even hit turn 1. Cuts the grass, and Siskin hits the grass himself. What a move by Axis. I apologise if the stream quality is bad for everyone. Yeah, I'm recording, hosting, and streaming at the same time. It is not ideal for my PC. 2 laps to go now at this time as Mitchell crosses the line 6 seconds ahead of Lexus. He is absolutely the new Sash. We will see. Oh, Flex with okay. He's in a world of his own, so there's no point in asking him to DNF here. He is nowhere near anyone, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. Luckily for him, he is 7 seconds and then 13 seconds to each of them. There's no point in a DNF. Drazer in P10 has also had a pretty damn lonely race. Siskin is now caught up to Axis. Has BK caught up to Majumdar? No, he's not. Majumdar has also lost. Kata as Mitchell is on the last lap of the race. I feel we are obliged to follow him just about now for the final lap, his glory lap, because he has had a pretty damn good race. 7 seconds, probably 8 seconds by the time of the line ahead from P2. He came in this season, was hyped up to no end. 1 race 1, 1 race 2, and he's about to take the flag first in not in Igora Drive, he took that last week. In Nusantara, he crosses the line first to get the glory, get the flag, and finalise this race. What a race, well done Mitchell. Then it is the fight for just 1G, not a game, just good. Lexus, why can't I find him? Lexus crosses the line in P2, we missed that. Ricky Boy in P3, pretty damn solid race. It's going to be a fight to the line here between Majumdar and Kata. Kata takes the flag first and gets it over Maju in P5. BK on debut in P6. Peto P7. Siskin in 8, Axis in P9, Drazzer P10. Oh, Siskin got past Axis again. My bad, I missed that. Drazzer in P10, getting caught by Mathical by the last lap here. It's going to be raced to the line. Drazzer goes wide. Mathical goes through. Drazzer P11, Mathical P10. What a move. What a last lap move from Mathical there. Go on. And then Flex. He would have been asked to DNF if he was near people, but he's managed to make it to the end. Oh, never mind. That's the game done. Flex in P12 and in P13. It is Gale Prad, the mobile driver. What a damn race. Just before we end this, I will do my usual congrats to the podium sitters, Mitchell, Lexus and Ricky Boy. Also shout out to BK on debut P6. Pretty damn good race from them. Next week, I will be joining you in Japan for Montegi. 18 laps, just one more than this one. We're very short races in Apprentice League. I also hope to be, unless Nuno gets home early, I will be commentating for UL as well. So I very much look forward to that. So if that does all go ahead, I will see you then. See you next week. Adios.